Hello everyone. In this video I would like to review the main agenda for today's online class. Our class, as I've mentioned, is a period we will use for our virtual writing conference. So I assume by the time you're viewing this video, you have already selected a meeting time when you're going to meet with me. So currently, these are the names of students that have registered or signed up for a meeting with me tonight. And when it's your time to join, you are simply going to head to our course menu on Blackboard. You are going to click on Assignments and Projects, Final Assignments, Projects and Activities. Then you have Final Assignments, Project Conference Information. Then you're going to click on this very link. So once you click on this very link, you'll be brought to a Zoom page. So this is assuming that you have Zoom already downloaded, and you should wait for me to accept you into the meeting room. Depending on the time you signed up for, I will be meeting with a student. So for instance, if I'm meeting with Boris, then Thierry knows that she has to wait for me to accept her. So the first student is lucky because they join, and I would accept the first students. So that's what to expect. Looking at the course calendar, it is assumed that you've already turned in your This I Believe essay. It was due yesterday. And it's assumed that you already signed up for the virtual writing conference with me. If you did not sign up, you've got to respond to me. You've got to respond to my previous announcements and tell me why you didn't sign up, because you've already missed the last day to sign up. I will consider your response, and if I have to penalize you for the late response, I will make that judgment. Now, you also have your summary and response part 1, which is due, and that is due at the end of the day today. During our conference together, what can you expect? Well, I have that information stated in my protocols, but I want to see how far you are into your summary or response, so don't be shy. I understand that this is a work in progress. Who knows, maybe if during our discussion I can give you some tips to help you finish your summary response before you turn it in tonight. So you have the information on the virtual writing conference protocols. So make sure you review that. There is a reading, attention spans are shrinking. There is no discussion board prompt for you to complete on this because I didn't think it was necessary. It's just for you to consider. Now, there is a rhetorical analysis quiz. How do you find the quiz? It's pretty easy, so this is not something that should be stressful. Once you go to our course menu, so I'm looking at our course menu now, I am going to click on course materials, or you can click on learning modules. So I'm going to go to weekly readings and materials, and I'm going to select week 7 folder. So under week 7 folder, you are going to see the ethos, pathos, logos quiz. There are only 6 questions. Let's click on it. So if I say begin, you will see the quiz, but I'm not going to do that. It's pretty easy. It allows multiple attempts, so you can try as many times as you want. It's just that you have to do it before December 1st. And you can do it as many times as you want. So that's good news for you. If you get something wrong, you can always redo it. So I think you should be pleased. You all should be pleased by this. Now, I should mention that I haven't released this, but I would as well just release it. If you need to review the library instruction video, I recorded this during our last class meeting in the library. So you can watch this if you need to review the steps on how to research your selected Poland School candidates. This video recording will be posted, and you'll be able to view it and review what you need to do for today. Looking at the calendar, still on week 7, we are covering rhetorical analysis. So I highly suggest that you review what we did in the last class, particularly some of the contents that I posted in week 6. You are likely going to find them helpful when it comes to doing rhetorical analysis. So you also have your course textbook. The course textbook specifically outlines what you can expect when you're doing a rhetorical analysis. So make sure I'm assuming you already read this, so page 53 informs you of that. I also, if you look at, I'm going to go to week 6. So looking at week 6, I posted a glossary of English composition, literary and rhetorical terms. This can help you in understanding some of the terms used in rhetoric, and some of these terms are used also in public speaking. For instance, metaphor, metonym, synecdoche, simile, so personification. So these are literary terms that you will see speakers, especially highly skilled orators, use. Some of them even use hyperbole. So figurative language is something that you see used in speeches. So this document has a ton of information, literary terms that you can look at to inform you about literary figurative expressions used in speech or in English. So take a look at this if this helps, but you shouldn't depend just on this. This is just for a reference. If you look at week 6, there's also another presentation completed by my students from one of my English classes, and this is a rhetorical analysis. So if you want to understand how to do a rhetorical analysis, take a look at this presentation right here. And I've also briefly tried to summarize what is a rhetorical analysis, so the type of question it asks. So take a look at this document as well. Remember, the book has information on rhetorical analysis. It's up to you to make good use of your resources, but you want to focus on the material given in this class. In another video, I'm going to review J.C. Jackson's 1988 DNC speech. Particularly, I'm going to talk about the summary of it and my approach, how I would go about doing a rhetorical analysis, which is what I expect you would do for your chosen political candidate.